what is the toughest thing about being a girl in the power sports industry? I would say the biggest thing that I struggle with is a lot of the times on the phone or when people walk in, they don't want to talk to a girl. They either assume that I'm a little boy with a high-pitched voice, or I'm not going to know anything, or I can't look up their part, or whatever. And so, like, I get frustrated quick. It's something I'm working on, and I'm just trying to prove them wrong by my success and my knowledge. Like, I have a lot more to learn, but I do know quite a bit, and I take pride in knowing parts and being better than a lot of other dealerships as far as like actually having a good parts person that knows how to look up a part and get the correct thing, even when like sometimes people don't really know how to describe what they need. Like, I work and touch on enough bikes that I have a good general idea. So the hardest thing is like making people understand if they want their parts and they're calling Bone Cutter Off-Road, they're gonna have to talk to me. Like, that's it. And I can't help that I'm a girl, but at least I know something, and at least I can get you taken care of. I would say that's the hardest thing about being in the industry. I will say though, there's a lot of people that have my back and like send people my way, or like even my dad. Like, if I can't get through to somebody and they just insist and insist, I'll hand my dad the phone and he'll straight up say, "Oh, I don't know, let me ask Tayler." So it's just, I don't know, something that I think I'll have to deal with forever. But people are coming around, and like now, like we've hired a couple more people at the shop that actually are helping me a little bit, and it's kind of turned the tables a little bit to everybody just wants to talk to me. Well, Taylor's running out of time to get everything done in a day, so but anyway, that's a story for another day. Okay, when are you going to come visit First Phorm? First off, I would love to. Like, absolutely, 100% would absolutely love to. But I don't know when is the thing. I don't know when. If you all don't know what First Phorm is a supplement company, but honestly, they're a lot more than just that. Like, they literally changed my life. When I first started like training and working out and trying to like be better on the bike and learn about fitness and nutrition and stuff, like that's super overwhelming, like super overwhelming. I worked up the courage to go into a supplement superstore. Back in that time period, I was pretty shy, like not a I'm gonna go up and talk to you kind of person. I've definitely changed quite a bit over the years, done a lot of growing, but this I would say would be 2018 maybe. Yeah, probably around that time period, probably around 2018. And so I went into Supplement Superstore. The guys in there, they hooked me up. They set me up with protein powder, post-workout kind of stack, and pre-workout, because I'm a pre-workout caffeine freak. But anyway, the first time I tasted the protein, it was like, holy cow. I did not realize protein could taste as good as it did, and it went down so good. I got Fruity Loop, which is really good. So anyway, I'm super impressed, and I wanted to know more about the company, because like my experience at Supplement Superstore is freaking awesome, and I've never been so welcomed in a place before that like I don't even know who they are, but they treated me like we've known each other forever, so it was super cool. And anyway, so I got on the internet, went to First Phorm's website, checked out other products that they had, came across their core values, and like, holy cow, this is a company I want to support, like, literally. So, things progressed, and I started listening to Andy's podcast and kind of like following some other employees on Instagram kind of thing, and like, I'm not kidding when I say it, but First Phorm literally changed my life. Like, they gave me the tools to have a better like fitness and nutrition journey to make me better on the bike, which is huge. But they also changed like my mentality as far as like what I expect of myself, and like how to help others and lead by example. Like, it is wild. Like, so I would say like a lot of the things that I'm doing now and the positions that I've found myself in all relate back to that time period whenever I started, I don't know if I'd call it self-discovery, but trying to figure out like what I wanted to do, and then becoming addicted to pushing myself in fitness and then nutrition, and supplements always help along the way, and then just being surrounded by like-minded people. Like, and I've met a lot of cool people that work at First Phorm, and it's just, it's literally like one big family. So anyway, if you take supplements, I strongly recommend First Phorm. That is my go-to for everything, really. So I would love to come visit. I really would. What is your best piece of advice for somebody trying to better themselves? I'm going to give you two things. First one is, there is no valid excuse to do what you need to do. It doesn't matter if you're sick. It doesn't matter if you're hurt. It doesn't matter if you're having a bad day. It doesn't matter if it's raining. Like, there is no valid excuse for you to not do what you need to do. So you need to start expecting a lot more of yourself, setting your standards high, and meeting your standards. Because at the end of the day, if you don't push yourself to be better, you're going to stay exactly where you are. So how are you going to better yourself if you're not doing anything to make you better? So set your standards high and don't accept your excuses. Like, it's not always sunshine and unicorns. Like, there is some really crappy days out there, and you're just going to have to suck it up and figure out how to get what you need done. Because that's how you get better. So, that's the first one. The second one is, it's all in the details. Every little detail matters. This itty bitty one matters. Every single detail matters. If you're chasing greatness, or to be better, or get better on a dirt bike, like whatever it is, every single detail that goes into what you're doing matters. And it is far as like even everything in your daily life, because what you do when nobody's watching and what you do all day rolls into what you're trying to be better at. And so if you ignore the small details, like leaving trash on the ground, or not cleaning up your mess, whatever it might be, if you leave the small details out, it will affect you and your abilities all the way around as an individual. So, no valid excuse, and it's in the details.